Hi, it's me again with CorelDraw Tips and Tricks, and I'm going to attempt to redraw this. I've drawn it twice now, and this one's a little bit better. And I got the idea from a video. Somebody was needing some help. It's not in English. So last night I made a video on how to create this, and it's off that same video. So I'm just going to mirror it. But then I'm going to take my virtual segment delete key. I'm going to delete that line, that line, that line, and that line. And then I'm going to take my Smart Fill tool and fill that in. Now, go ahead and fill this in at the same time and nudge it over because we're going to need this later. Now, grab this with the Shape tool. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of these two nodes. I'm going to grab that node. I'm going to go up to Windows, Dockers, Corners, and I'm going to bend that, and you can see it's already showing you what it's going to look like. Then I'm going to grab that one, and I'm going to do it half that distance, which would be 1 inch. And then I'm going to go ahead and get rid of these extra nodes, trying to make it a little bit more symmetrical. But I would suggest not moving these 3 nodes because we're going to need them. And then take this, and it's a little bit easier to left click, right click so you can see, and grab your 3-point curve line and go from, I'm going to kind of look at my picture to make sure, because I've only done this once. We need to go from, with our 3-point curve line, from that node to that node, and then just kind of give it an arch. And then from about there to that node, and just kind of give it an arch. And you can play around with the, after you get that done, take your shape tool, and when you do that, it works like a, kind of like a cusp because it only moves the 1. And I'm not going to take a great deal of time. You just want this off this, on this line. Kind of make it look symmetrical. That's not real good, but we'll go for the video. Then I'm going to pull in these 3 parts, and I'm going to double click that one, and click that one. So I have 3 different parts. This is what's so nice about the nudge distance. I'm going to nudge these out of the way in case I need them forever later. Nudge that out of the way. And I'm going to nudge this one closer to my picture, because I can get kind of my accent, what I need as far as dark to light. So this first one, I need dark to light. Here's kind of the key with using the interactive fill tool is select the item. And then grab your interactive fill tool, and I would go from the top to the bottom, and then right click black and make that black. Now for the video, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. Now this is the next one, so select it. Smart Fill tool, and this time go up here, and you can even go across, it doesn't matter. And then right click that black, go off of it a little bit, and then once again select the item, and this time we need to go from light to dark, so I'm going to go uphill and then make that dark and make it less dark. And you can actually move off the screen and make it less dark. And I'm not going to spend a lot of time. So now I can nudge this over, and there's our completed twist. I could do a little bit better job on this one. And you might be able to do it while it's here. Let's see if we can't change it a little bit. And there we go. You can kind of see what it's going to look like. Now here's the key. Remember we made that because it's going to fit right there in that hole. But first, when we do it, left click, right click, we need to find the center of this kind of rounded triangle. So get the 2-point line and go from, well, don't really have to go from that node to that node, but go from node, not the edge, to node, node to node. And that's, I would have done a better job, it would have worked. You can go from here to here, and then you've got maybe a truer center. And what that did, all that did is gave us a center. So now we're going to nudge it up. This is a really cool project. The gentleman that did it, that I'm basically copying off of, does a lot better job. I'm going to Control G and group those together. I'm going to move this back. I'm going to grab our item and Control D to make it duplicate. And then I'm going to move the center rotation to the center of that triangle. Rotate it 120 degrees. Control D, 120 degree. I'm a little bit off. We've got a little bit of shape problem there, but that's just something I did wrong in I might have minutely moved it. You can always go to Object Group and Ungroup, then grab your Shape tool and just bring that down a little bit to fix things like that. So, but you need to ungroup it. Go to Object Group, Ungroup, grab your Shape tool, and it'll snap right to that line. And then once you get that, you can get rid of those lines. And voila, I think that one may be the best one I've made. Now, as an engraver, can't really do too much for us with this, but this would look good print on a t-shirt, quite possibly. Or if you use grays and black, it might print on an engraver. Anyway, I hope that helped a little bit. Thank you for watching.